Jerry Tyndall here, and we've got a little horse that came in, and Judy's indicating he's a little bit tough around his muzzle or deworming and some of those things. So I'd like to talk to you about a couple techniques. So Judy, kind of show me what he's doing and what you'd like to get a little help with. So what's the main thing that he does here?
Well, first of all, he does that right away, and now you don't even have to get within 2 feet of him. I do that all day until I tell him not to. And even if I tell him not to, he still does it.
Okay.
So
Okay, so here's the first thing that we have to change. So this is not the problem. You can do anything you want with him if he puts his head down and quits raising it. So I'll just kind of put this in my pocket for a moment. The other thing I'd like to talk about is we're gonna deworm this horse from the top down, not the bottom up. So I don't want to come at him like this so that he knows how to avoid this. See, like this here, like that. See, he can raise his head as high as he wants to avoid. So what we have to teach him is how to get down and around. So I'll change positions with him here. I'm going to step him over just a bit, like this. So the first thing I want to do is we don't have much flexion in him. We noticed that when we worked him this morning. So if I come at this horse like this, so there's a couple things I can do. I can take my left hand and just kind of support this flexion to the left. Typically, the more they flex left, the more they lower their neck. So the more lateral flexion you do, the better he's going to be. So right now, see, he doesn't flex, he backs his feet. So the lack of flexion is what he uses to avoid the lesson. So there's a lot of things that can be done to help, but this will also kind of help you. So I want to stay behind the horse's eye. I want to flex his neck a little bit. So you can see how he backs instead of bending. So we don't have any flexibility. I can kind of use my wall here a little bit. And just for this exercise today, I would work on my flexion, that's for sure. That's all part of that same thing we just dealt with when driving him. I want to step him back over. Remember, I wouldn't stay when we drove him.
I think he's used to being pinned.
So he learned how to avoid all these things. There. Now that fixed a lot of stuff in his mind. Not running off, not running through us. And there's the backup again. So you can't bend him, he backs. There's a little change. So I might just do a little circle with him here. Like that. And like that. Again, the stiffness in the neck is what we're dealing with. That's better there. That's better there. So I just use my left hand fingers to start to bend him a little bit like that. Now once I get a change, I come at this angle here. Then I touch his lip here, like this. Then from here, I just drop my hand down and go in at this angle here. Then I take that away. So, again, you see how he wants to take his head away. There's a nice change. So the softness and the flexion, the bend in the body, not backing away, is the only thing that's missing. So, like I said, I fixed it just a moment ago with this technique here. So I want him to step forward. There. And away from me, like that. See, that prepared most of what we've just accomplished. There. There's a nice change. That just reset his whole mind. Now remember, you're going to go from the top down, not try to poke it up here.
Don't show it to him.
No, you do show it to him.
Oh, okay.
Because he can see it, and he sees us from here. So I just prepare everything in my hand like this, and then I have my syringe, and I kind of move him over here for you. Like that, a little bend in this neck. Now, he can see all this, but see what happens, he has a terrible habit. It's not that you can't get it in his mouth, you can't keep his head down.
True.
So you got to get his head down. So watch when I come at it like this. See, that fails. That's terrible for him. It's really rude on the human's part to do it that way. So we've got to secure this. That's a bad habit. There changes the habit. See, now just very politely flex him around you. Make a little curve in his neck here. come in here like this. This left hand just really supports that softly and kind of maintains it. So you just touch this corner, then you come in from here. And then you take it away and pet him. Any questions?
No, that was way too easy.
Thank you very much.